Hi everybody, my name is Garth Harwood, the Director of Education here at Hidden Villa. Today I want to investigate with you how animals use their senses to gather information about the environment and make decisions based on those things. You already know that some things like, let's say, a dog or a coyote have really powerful noses, much more than humans do. So a dog, for example, has a power of smell maybe 50 times or even more stronger than a human being's sense of smell. And with the information that delivers to their brain, they can go and find things. For example, a coyote can actually smell a gopher tunneling underground, zero in on it because of the sense of smell, and then attack it by digging down through the soil and grabbing the gopher from underground. Another animal that has an incredible dominant sense is an owl, whose eyes are so big and so powerful that it can see way better than we can at night and find its prey that way in the darkness. Still another animal with an incredible sort of superpower, if you will, is a raccoon, whose fingers are far more sensitive than ours and who can actually fish around underwater without looking in the direction that its fingers are working, because it can find things in the mud under the water with its fingers alone and pop them up and eat them when it finds them. Well, today we're going to talk about a kind of animal you might not have thought about before, a tick. A tick is an arachnid, and it has senses too. Like a spider, an arachnid has 8 legs, and we're going to learn some science facts about ticks that could help you keep from getting bitten by them for your whole long life, because ticks actually do like to bite mammals like ourselves and drink a little bit of our blood in order to make their eggs and start a new generation of ticks. Sometimes a tick could make a person sick if it's carrying germs like those of Lyme disease, a pretty serious illness. Should you be afraid to walk in the forest here at Hidden Villa and elsewhere? I don't think so, because using science knowledge, you can avoid ticks for the rest of your life. Here's what we're going to do. By learning a few choice tick facts, we're going to find the ticks before they find us and play a trick on a tick. So, let's think about what ticks do for a living. You know, most of their life they're vegetarian. They drink plant juices. It's only when it's time to make eggs that they need a lot of protein fast to put into those eggs, and they drink the blood of another animal like ourselves. Only once do they have to do this, but that's such a powerful need that they go on a giant journey for them with their tiny little legs. They're just tiny creatures. But their sense of chemical detection, sort of like the sense of smell, but a little bit different, is so powerful that they can sense where animals like ourselves have moved through the forest and brushed against grasses like these dangling over a trail. Some people think ticks might be anywhere in the forest, and that would be so scary. How would you defend yourself against them? They could drop from the trees, or they could be in the water, where they could be almost anywhere, except they're not. They actually go only to those places where larger mammals like ourselves, or maybe deer or coyotes, foxes, raccoons, things like that, will walk down a trail and brush past. In other words, they're going to be down low, and they're going to be in places where vegetation hangs over the trail. Because they want to be exactly where the animals brush by the grasses, like this hiking trail, you can find them before they find you. In fact, if we look at the tips of these grasses here, I expect we'll find one before long. Here's one right now. This tick right here is a deer tick. It sensed that animals brush by here on a regular basis, and it climbed up this twig of grass until to the very tip, and where it waits with its forearms outstretched like this, and when something actually brushes against it, it clings on and climbs onto them. It cannot jump. It's waiting for you to brush against it. So, how do you avoid getting ticks on you? It's so simple. All you have to do is take a step to the side and walk past the things that dangle over the trail instead of brushing through them. That way you'll avoid almost every tick in the forest. Now that we know how to find a tick like this one, or actually it even has a cousin over here, there's 2 on this grass blade, let's play a trick on the tick. By picking this grass blade right here, the ticks are still in place. They don't know that I'm here. They can't detect that. but they can still smell that animals have used this piece of grass. So they're sticking with it. They don't want to lose their scent. Now, their big chance to get an animal meal. I took off those things because I'm trying to make this into like a paper airplane. I'm getting it ready to launch. Say bon voyage, ticks. And now we're going to play a trick on a tick by giving them the journey of their lives. Bon voyage, ticks. And down the mountainside they go. Their legs are so tiny, it's probably going to take them a few weeks to hike all the way back up here. Also, we've removed the piece of grass that was the perfect place for them to lie in wait. Even when they do get back here, they're not going to be able to get in position to get on somebody after all. So now we've played a trick on a tick, and we also learned that just like a dog uses its sense of smell, a tick gathers information about its environment by its ability for chemical detection, and then it processes that information in its tiny little arachnid brain and climbs up the grass blades or other plants that have been touched by larger mammals such as ourselves. And hopefully you've processed this information in your brain too, and now you know how to stay safer from ticks for the rest of your life. This is Garth from Hidden Villa saying, thanks for listening, folks.